Good evening, everybody. First, before I start, on behalf of myself and my fellow council candidates here, I want to thank Tufts University and Jay Campbell for putting on this daunting task of putting this together for Sam. Jay and Tufts folks, thank you very much, and hopefully in 2 years we'll be doing this again. My name is Richard Caraviello. I am a lifelong resident of the city, 61 years, and I'm married to my wife Carol for 38 years. I have 3 children, 5 grandchildren, 2 of which are still in the schools of Medford. I grew up in Medford, where community service and government are a means of serving people in its way of life. My campaign theme 4 years ago, and still is today, is to be the strong, independent voice that our Medford residents deserve. During my 3.5 years on the council, I have served 1 term as council vice president, chairman of the licensing committee, and veterans committees. I was able to institute a program that helps veterans with minor home repairs done at no cost. I, along with tree warden Aggie Tuden, instituted a buy a tree, get a tree program with the business owners of Medford. This November, you will see approximately 24 trees planted around the business areas of our city. I am also the representative to the Massachusetts Gaming Commission. My function at the Gaming Commission is to obtain additional mitigation funds for our city for any damage that arise that are unforeseen. The election this year represents the most important opportunity we've had in many years to set a new direction for our city. We will be electing a new mayor, 2 new city councilors, and 2 school committee members. During my last 3 years, we faced significant challenges, and by and large, we've met them. But I'm not satisfied with the pace and the scope of the change. Right now, the fate of our city turns on how real we are about the challenges confronting us and how bold we are in addressing them. Public safety has been one of my top concerns since elected. I have supported the hiring of public safety employees, both police and fire personnel, along with the purchasing of new fire equipment and police equipment. But the major concern is that the men and women which serve our community 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, do not have a combined police and fire headquarters to meet today's needs. This is something we have to get done soon. I have supported the building of the public works and the hiring of additional personnel and the purchase of new equipment. But the reality is that our DPW is understaffed and under-equipped to meet the needs of our growing community. The hiring of a new DPW director should be one of the first priorities of our new mayor. The infrastructure of our schools, which are no longer new, and municipal buildings are in need of repair. As a council, we must work with the mayor to find a funding source to address this problem now and into the future. Our business community is facing one of the biggest problems it's ever had: competition from surrounding communities. You know, a little story I read last week in the paper about the Brooks PTO, and I was very proud to see that they received a check for $20,000 from Assembly Row. That represents probably $200,000 that we let go out of this community. It's a shame that happened. But it's good for the school, those kids got that money. We need to change our Office of Community Development and into the Office of Redevelopment. Unlike surrounding cities, we do not have acres of underdeveloped lands and empty buildings. We need to work with current property owners and develop a plan to bring the kinds of businesses that will enhance Medford, not devalue it. Medford Square has many opportunities to improve, and we need to change its direction. We have a huge asset, the river, and we are not taking advantage of it. Ring Road and city-owned parcels in Medford Square are ripe for development and should be addressed by our new administration. Parking issues in the current program needs to be reevaluated. We, as a council and the mayor, need to work with Republic Parking to come up with a solution to try and make all parties amenable to the program. Arts and culture are now an integrated part of our community and should have a director in City Hall to address the needs of this growing part of our city. The director, mayor, and council should work to find ways to fund the arts program similar to other communities so it can remain viable. I have supported additional fundings for our public library, funding of our high school science labs, and the rebuilding of the pool and high school fields. I support funding for Chevalier Auditorium, similar to Lynn and Lowell, so it can thrive and help bring businesses into Medford. From the many corners of our city, we can agree on a shared vision. A city with its people employed, well-schooled, not overtaxed, and believing in getting their fair value from government. I will fight for what does work, and I will end what doesn't. I won't shy away from challenges. I will join you in confronting them to make Medford the great city it can be. I have been a leader with every organization I have been involved with and work to make it better. I promise to bring my leadership skills with the mayor and the city councils to make Medford the best place in the state to live. I am asking my fellow residents for the opportunity to serve you another 2 years, to work for you as your counselor, who is truly beholden to none, accountable to all. Medford voters are given 7 votes in November. I am asking you for one of them. So again, I thank you and see everybody in November.